Hello and welcome to a brand new segment for Act on This TV called Petch and Pals. Basically, it's where me, Petch, gets three of my pals together, premium members from Act on This community, and we sit around on Zoom having a brew, having a gin and tonic in Jill's case. I'm only messing, Jill. And we're just going to chat about the industry. This is the pilot episode, so it's up to my guests here to make me look good, to be called back again next week, and I can do it with three more of my pals. Do you know what? I am so glad I actually have pals to call on this. I thought I was going to be on this all on my own. But yeah, it is the pilot episode. Do you know why it's called a pilot episode, guys?
First one?
Yeah.
Because it's the first time it's on the air.
Nice. Okay. Do you know what? I didn't know that.
Exactly.
I actually didn't know that. I feel really stupid for not knowing that.
If you have learned nothing else from this segment today, you have learned why it's called a pilot episode. Okay, we'll do some quick introductions. I will go quickly first. My name is Petch. I'm the producer over here at Act on This TV. I do all the editing for Ross. I do all the social media graphics and stuff like that. I'm behind the camera usually. I'm trapped in this grey dungeon, but Ross has let me out and on camera for the first time in ages. So if you see a random guy just constantly commenting on your post in the Facebook group or on the website, you don't know who it is, it's me. Actors, if you are not a member of Act on This TV yet, first of all, what you're playing at, you're missing out on some great content. But do come over, join us, say hello. I mean, you can see the members here are absolutely lovely. If you are a member of Act on This TV and you don't know who I am yet, again, just pop up and say hello. I'm always there to help. My three pals for Petch and Pals this week, we have the wonderful Jill McVeigh, we have the beautiful Molly Hindle, and we have the extraordinary talented Josh Chadwick. Guys, how are you?
Smashing.
Really well. Yeah, really well.
All good. All great.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. So, as we get started, I just want a quick introduction from you all first, like who you are. And then we'll get into how you found Act on This and what it's done for you going forward. But yeah, just give us a quick brief couple of minutes on who you are. We'll start Jill, we'll go to Molly, and then ladies last on you, Josh.
It's the hair, isn't it?
It's the hair. So Jill.
Hi everybody, I'm Jill McVeigh. I've known Lee. I can't call you Petch, Lee. I call you Lee because I've known you too long. I've known you since you were a boy. Strangely, we're on this thing together now.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, we went to a drama school together and for a year. Went through hell for a year, didn't we, darling? I think I found Act on This via you because I followed you on social media and I saw you were following Ross around with a camera and got involved on the Act on This very early doors. I think I've been a member. How long has it been going? I don't know.
It's been going, I'd say, about 10 years now.
Not as long as that then, but I've been on it since probably 2016 or 17, something like that.
I was a member of Act on This TV before we even met, before I went to drama school.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay. Well, no, I must have found it from watching on your stuff that you were doing. And then I joined and then didn't join. I thought I jumped on and off and just thought, this isn't for me. Because I've been burned with another one that got me roped in. And it was costing me money and absolutely doing nothing. And I realised when I was watching Ross that he was doing the same sort of thing, the mindset thing and all this. And this other woman had nicked all his ideas. And it was when I realised that actually Ross was really genuine and this other woman was a fake that I went, I need this sort of thing. This is a good thing in my life.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't use a lot of it to start with. It was only when your mind gets into that thing that I can do this, that you start going, actually, I need to listen to this. And how I would never have been where I am. I'm not that great still, but I would never have not a clue. I'd have been still like my Auntie Sue going, oh, you should just ring up Emmerdale and ask them to put you in. It is, isn't it? It's just like, if you don't know, you don't know.
Exactly.
It's the simple things, and you think, actually, anybody can do it, but there's a formula. And you need to know how to approach all these people.
No, you're exactly right. I remember when I joined Act on This, I didn't even know what a casting director was. I did all my school plays, I did the amateur productions, and it was just a panel of like your peers that just brought you in. And I was like, is that what it is? And I went to my first Act on This meeting with Ross, and he said, have you, what casting directors do you know? I was like, what's a casting director? No idea. But yeah, like I totally understand that, coming in right from the dark and not knowing your way around to getting all this information. It can be overloading at first, and you tend not to do anything with it, and you're like, what? But yeah, as soon as your mind set switches, you're onto a winner. No, exactly.
It really is. You do need to do it. It's like losing weight or stopping smoking or drinking or whatever, until your mind's in it and going, right, I need to know this stuff now because the clock's ticking, or I'm getting ill with it, or whatever it is. And suddenly I had a switch went off like that, and I went, right, I need to listen to this stuff and not just mess about. I need to act on some of this information. Yeah, it's like I don't know how anybody's not doing it. So I keep having to go at my friend Michael, and he just will not. He's not fishing for it at all. He just won't do it.
Nope.
I'm saying, how are you going to know all this stuff? I'm not going to tell you it. I'm paying for this. I'm not giving you this information free.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, I'll help him out, but I just think, why wouldn't you just pop on and again, have a look at this stuff?
I don't know about you guys, but I think people need to hear something so many times from so many different people before they go, do you know what? Yeah, actually, I'll give that a chance. Because you can be skeptical of things the first time round, and you think you're going to do it all on your own, or you know better. But when you start hearing the same people like Peter Hunt, Mickey Jones, Kelly Valentine Hendry, Sophie Holland, when you hear those people time and time again saying the same thing over and over again, something does go, actually, yeah, that is right. I must be doing something wrong. I must have to follow this. And there's no black and white blueprint on how to get success. Like, everyone has their own road there, but you can do like certain things in a certain way, and it's going to expedite your chances more than others, I'd find.
No, definitely.
What about you, Molly? Tell us a little bit about you and how you found Act on This.
I'm a bit about me. I don't know what you want to know. So, where do I start? On the whole life story? So I think I sort of found Act on This. It was prior to lockdown first happening, and I basically got to a point in my career where because I started out in musical theatre. I grew up in Spain. I first moved back here, and I went to college to study musical theatre. But then after leaving college, I decided that I wanted to go more down just the screen acting route. And then I kind of messed around for a good few years, went back to Spain, come out of it. And then it was like in 2018, I got a TIE tour in Barcelona. So I did that. And then it was after that, I was like, right, there's nothing else for me. Like, I want to do this for my career as my life. I've always wanted to do it. I need to take some action to make it happen. So I sort of stumbled across Act on This. I think it was like the end of 2019. I'd heard it. I was at a class at the time, and I'd heard the name sort of thrown around, but didn't really pay much attention. It was mentioned once or twice, didn't really know what it was. And then I think I just sort of went on the website, looked into it, and was like, oh, this sounds really cool. And then it was through social media and stuff. So I was seeing a lot of tweets and things like that, and what actors were actually saying about it. And I think at the time as well, I was wanting to get an agent. So that was one of my main reasons for signing up, was to actually figure out how to get an agent. Because I could see that there was a lot of information on that. And then as I joined and started listening to all these webinars with casting directors, like, oh my God, I didn't know all of this. And then hearing all this stuff, and I just found it amazing. And again, I'm like, if you're an actor, like, how were you not part of this community? Because there's so much information, and I'm like, it's ridiculous that, like, for the price it costs, it's so cheap. And I considered it as like, if you buy a coffee like every day or something, that's going to be more expensive than your Act on This membership. And I just see it as like invest in yourself, invest in your career. So for me, I signed up and it was one of the best things I ever did because I learned so much stuff in a really quick amount of time as well. And really just how this industry works. Because again, I think you're all a bit clueless in the beginning. You're kind of just winging it a little bit and hoping for the best. But yeah, I actually learned how it all works, and I was just really fascinated by it all. I was like, oh my God, this is actually really cool. And then it just went from there, really. And then just the more times gone by, I then got involved in it more by doing like the fast track TV role course and everything. So yeah, it's been awesome, really.
I want to pick up on something you just said there, which is so true. You have to invest in yourself. You can get all this information out there for free, but you won't act on that.
Yeah.
I've seen that so many times, people offering you free courses, this, that, and people collect them because they're free, but because it's free, they don't really take it seriously. Now, Act on This isn't that expensive. Like you said, it's less than the price really of a
cheap.
coffee.
Like for what you get as well, like it's really cheap.
Exactly. But because you're parting ways with hard-earned cash, because let's face it, we're not in the 2%, we're not earning the big bucks, we're not Stephen Graham. We are working hard for a living, doing the daytime jobs, the muggle jobs.
Yeah.
So to part ways with that kind of money on something that isn't fun, I mean, Act on This can be fun, but it isn't like entertainment-wise. It isn't going out and having a drink or meeting friends.
No.
Like that. It's in your education, and because you're parting ways with that cash, you're going to take the advice on board a lot more seriously, I find.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because you're paying for it. 100%. And I completely agree with you, because it is that you are like investing in yourself and your career way more than if you go and spend that money on a few beers, sort of thing.
Exactly.
And when you compare it to that,
it's tax deductible. Exactly.
It is.
Well, it's not tax deductible. You can offset it.
That's what I mean.
Again, from a Act on This podcast we did with accountant Glenn Jelly, and I'll learn what the difference is. If you're an actor and you've not done your taxes yet, get on board. Although it's too late now. 31st of January, you meant to do your taxes. My birthday. I always remember that. Josh, what about yourself, pal? How did you find us?
I found Act on This on Twitter. Just scrolling through Twitter, and Ross's face kept popping up on my Twitter feed. And
he'll do
yeah. And he was just, obviously the little edits that you guys do with the videos, they kept popping up on my Twitter feed, and I used to see them, if not every day, every other day, with all these different actors and that I knew, and then there's casting directors which I didn't have a clue about, and I just watched the 3 minute, 3 minute videos, and I was just like, some really good information. So I just started writing it down, and then eventually I got to the point where I go, I need to watch these. Like, I need to know what's going on, because I graduated from uni in 2019. I predominantly come from a theatre background. I trained in theatre. I didn't do any TV work at university whatsoever. So I came out, I graduated in 2019. I got thrown out there. It's like, here's your certificate, there's your degree, go find a job. So I was just like, I wasn't doing anything at all. I was working, and I wasn't being productive. I wasn't getting any work. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't really taking it seriously. I was just sat there most days going, where am I going to find this job from? Like, I want to be on TV. I want to get a job. Like, what am I doing? Like, and I just used to come home, and I just used to sit on my Xbox or sit watching TV or just like mess around or something. And then obviously, so I found Act on This, I think around this time last year. It's been nearly a year since I joined. So I saw the videos. I did the 5-day accelerator challenge.
Oh, you did that?
I did that. That's how I got into it. I did the 5-day accelerator challenge. Did the 5 days. I thought I learned so much more in 5 days than I did in the past year after I graduated. So I was just like, right, I need to know more about this, because I want to do this as a career. I need to get my stuff together. And so then I bought a membership for a month, and then did my first month. I jumped on my first mastermind was with Daniel Edwards. I got on camera the first time.
That's a good one.
And then from then on, I was like, that is like the best piece of advice I've just been given. I was like, and then from then on, constantly renewing my membership. And it's honestly changed my career the way I look at it, because now I'm getting home from work. I'm like jumping on my laptop, sending emails or looking for jobs or looking at scripts and doing self-tapes and stuff like that. I don't normally sit down until later on in the evening. By that time, I've just gone, I'm going to do this. And then I go, how much it is? I'm just going to go to bed. But it's, I feel like my priorities have changed, and it's so much better. I feel so much better now. And obviously a lot's happened in the past year for me. So it's one of the best choices I've ever done, signing up for Act on this. So I don't regret spending any money on this. Ross can take any more money that he wants.
You can have my money.
Yeah, he can have it all.
Well, if he starts having all your money, he can give me a pay rise.
Yes. Start a campaign.
Give Petch a pay rise. No, I love it. I love it. I love the fact that you all found it through social media as well, because as I said at the beginning of this, I'm the one that I started out doing the 2-minute videos, and then I do all the Instagram graphics and the memes and things like that. Ross, bless him, I love him to bits, but he's not very cultural, like on today's pop culture. Do you know what I mean? So I did it one the other day of Wordle, and he's like, Petch, I don't get it. And I had to explain how to play Wordle, and then he got the meme. But no, it's relieving on my part to know that I spend that time doing those edits of just
going like miles. I think social media these days is one of the biggest tools, isn't it, for anything? And it's where most people are hanging out, let's be honest.
Especially in our industry.
Are on there all the time. So yeah, I definitely think it's the strongest place to be putting stuff out there.
No, fantastic.
So yeah, it's cool to know. Like, I think most people I've spoke to as well that are members have found it through Twitter and social media, which is really cool.
And obviously with Act on This as well, you find loads of people. Like, I've got a hell of a lot of friends now from Act on This and on Twitter, which I never had before. So
yeah. I've just got a little message coming up saying,
yeah, I got that as well.
Yeah, upgraded by the host.
Running out of time?
No,
it said it's been upgraded.
Have you? Wow,
that's what it said. Yeah,
right, it said you've got more minutes.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going until we get kicked off. So yeah, back on that. Twitter is the place where the industry hangs out. I know a lot of people, or it takes me a while to get a lot of people convinced that Twitter, you need to be on Twitter as an actor. It is where the casting directors, the directors, the producers, and other actors hang out. So again, if you listen to this and you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. But Josh,
I hate that though. I hate that we have to be on. Well, because it's so busy, and you get absolutely hooked to this bloody thing, don't you? And you're like, oh, I've missed something. Oh my god, and you just actually have to have a balance and go, I'll spend half an hour just checking through, get your list up of your casting directors, see what they're saying and all that, and then leave it. Don't get into any arguments in there, because man, it's a
don't get arguments. No. There's that, and also I think the biggest thing, like I find, like being really honest now, is it's also a constant reminder of like what you're not achieving.
Yeah.
So because like you're constantly seeing people like, I've booked an audition, I've booked my role, and this and that, and I do the same. Like, I had a big film come out, so I was posting out everywhere. But then in the next breath, I haven't had an audition for like 6 months or something like that. So people only ever post the good stuff. So you have to like remind yourself.
And as long as you remember that,
you have to. I have to keep saying like, no, like people are only posting their best bits, sort of thing.
There's a brilliant analogy, and as actors, we will get this. Twitter and social media is other people's on stage. We don't get to see the backstage. You've all done theatre shows. Jill, I've done a theatre show with you. Josh, you said you're from a theatre background. Molly, you do musical theatre. Take away that backdrop. How busy is it backstage? How many people are stressed? How many people have lost the prop or the costume or the prop on the lines? But on stage, no one will ever see that. And that is what social media is. So as long as you remember that, people are posting, and it can get frustrating, it can get annoying, especially when you are in a bit of a lull period yourself of no auditions, or you're not booking the work. And I've been there so many times where I've got to go, right, I'm taking a bit of a break.
But
as Jill said, social media for actors is very misleading because it's not social, it's work.
Yeah.
So think of it in work times and set yourself right at this time, like Jill said, I'm going to go on and I'm going to do what I need to do. Then I'm going to clock off, because you wouldn't go into your work emails at home, would you? Do you know what I mean? In your downtime,
managing it.
Have that. Even if you want, have a social media just for acting. Put a bit of your, like, we want to see all of your life on there, like posts and stuff, but just have it for act. Like, I'm just going to check that one for the acting stuff. I'm going to check the casting directors on that one. I think Chris Hitchin, we just had on a call. He's got a very secret Twitter. Nobody knows.
That he just used for stalking.
That he used for stalking. So, you know,
find out about
that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But if you're not on Twitter, you are missing out as well, because a lot of castings go on Twitter now, I find.
No, there are. And I think, and then again, the other side of it, like when I do see, like, because Acts on This is very much a community, the other side of it is like, I see like you get to share that. And when you get that role, and it's amazing, like obviously you guys have just done it recently. And I'm like, this is amazing. Like everyone's congratulating and we're all, it's like a really, so there's also the really positives to it as well. And that's awesome to see. So like, even though sometimes you can think, oh, it's not me, but in the next breath, it's actually, but I'm so happy for them, because I know how hard that person's worked and know how much they want it as well. And it's also that, because we are all like a little family. It's like, yes, that's another one of us has got their job. So it makes me happy as well. Like it's so it is very cool, really. I think it's just that, isn't it? You have to manage it to the degree where if it's getting you down, come off it for a bit, or vice versa.
And it's brilliant how you can, we sort of know people that you don't really know. I mean, Molly, I know you from here.
I've
met you
I'm
anyway
like,
now.
never met these people in person.
I never met these people, but I see them
online.
I see people on the cast lists of things, and I think,
and that kind of thing's amazing.
I've never met them.
Like me and Jill did a showreel scene together a few weeks ago, and we never met before. We just know each other for Acts on This.
And
we met for the first time
I'm
in person.
literally doing a showreel scene on Sunday with James Churchill Ellis.
Yes.
So he's a member as well, and I've never met him in person, but he reached out to me and was like,
my email's not working. Like, no one's asked me to do any showreel scene. What's going on here?
If I do another one, you can be in mine. But it's quite funny. I'm playing like a schoolgirl. Not sure I look that young. I don't know how it's going to go. He sent me the script. I was like, I'm not sure I can really get away with a 15-year-old, guys. They were like, yeah, you'll be fine. Just put a tie on. I was like, all right,
excellent.
Get your hair back.
Well, Waterloo Road.
Some hair implants or something.
Waterloo Road is casting at the moment, so you never know.
You never know. Yeah, it can be done. You do see these older actresses playing teenagers.
I mean, Toby Maguire. Toby Maguire was about 30 when he played Peter Parker, you know, so there's chance for me,
There's chance. There's always chance.
But something that we've skirted around on this chat a couple of times now, and I need to get to it. Jill and Josh, you've had your first TV roles.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Petch.
Massive congrats.
Give us a bit of, well, how you feel, how you got it, and what was it like on set? Jill, we'll start with you.
Okay. Well, it's a week since mine aired, and it's like 7 weeks since I went and did it.
And what was it?
I'm Emmerdale. I got
Emmerdale.
two episodes, so I got double the money.
Yes,
that's what we like.
I can't believe it.
Jill, before we go on, money is a dirty word, and it's not. How much? Like, you don't have to give me like an actual figure, but how much?
I'll give you the figure.
Go on.
I'll give you the figure. £475 per episode.
Per ep.
Nice.
And
that's amazing. Just for a day's work, having fun.
Paid
you
on
can't call it work,
Eve.
can you? Oh, nice.
And how much is an Act on This membership?
Nothing. No, I did it because I was so determined. I told everybody that one day I will be on Emmerdale. All my family, my Auntie Sue, my cousins, everybody had said, they say, how's your acting going? What are you doing with your drama? And you think, So I said, well, the goal is Emmerdale. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Well, why don't you just write to them? I said, I never thought of that.
Well, why don't you just turn up? Turn
up. So you're out.
Job. I'm like, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of it was luck. I did that long weekend, the fast track.
First TV role, fast track.
I paid my money to do that, because I just thought, if I've paid the money to do it, I will dedicate that weekend to doing that, and I will have to do something with it. I'll have to.
Yeah.
But before that, I'd already met Ian Bevitt, who is one of the directors. I'd met him at a workshop, and I blew it. I don't know why I blew it. I don't think I learned the piece before I went in, and I just felt really nervous and everything. And then as soon as he got me up to do my bit, I just felt really at ease. We got on really well. We come from the same town. We live in the same town. So we were talking about pubs and dogs and all that. And, you know, you just think, I've got a connection with this guy. It was really nice. And then 2 months later, I think I hadn't done the fast track thing then, I don't think. But I'd met him again at another workshop, and he remembered me, and he did the fist pump thing as I left, and he went, "I'll be seeing you." And I went, "Ooh, that's a good sign." Nice. So I went straight on Twitter, followed him on Twitter, and he followed me straight back.
Twitter again?
Twitter. But do you know what? I never mention acting on Twitter to any of these casting directors, or especially not Ian. It would all be silly things about the dog or the pub that had just opened or whatever. And it's a relationship building thing. And so when I got the audition pieces through from my agent, she says, "Oh, Ezra's been on and she wants you to audition for this." And I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah."
Ezra Trent Humphreys is
Ezra Trent Humphreys. Yeah, she's associate. She's just as important, if not more important, than face diaring. So I got these bits through, and I said to myself, I wonder if it's Ian that's asked to see me. And lo and behold, when I got the part, it was Ian. He was the director.
I love that.
So it just shows you, just building up those relationships, it pays dividends. But I wouldn't have known to do that had I not been a member of Act on This, because I wouldn't have been told, actually, casting directors and directors are just people. Just get to know them and have a relationship, and you never know what might come of it. And that never know was my moment in the sun.
Nice.
But now I'm a bit down, because I'm like, what am I going to do with it now?
Post-show blues.
Yeah, it is totally like post-show blues, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a horrible
it really is, yeah.
But
Josh hasn't had it yet, because it hasn't come out yet. It's still waiting.
No, mine's in the wings.
Yeah.
Come on, Josh, tell us a little bit about yours then.
Josh. I was so excited for you, Josh, when you rang me. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So I booked my first TV role. Can I say it?
You can say it was recorded. It's in the tin. It's been edited. You can say.
Cool. Emmerdale.
Cool. Yes. Woo!
Again, we're seeing another theme right here.
Emmerdale seems to be a bit of a theme going on right now.
Yeah, so it's similar to Jill's, really. I did the first TV role fast track with a bit of persuasion from my girlfriend, because I sometimes hate parting with my money.
Yeah.
But I've just earned it back. I've earned it back straight away.
Yeah.
Again,
that was exactly what I said. Sorry to just butt in, but when I signed up to that weekend, it was during the showreel surgery with Chris Stone, and I literally said, "F it, I'm going to do it. I'll earn the money back, right, guys?"
Exactly.
And they put because the second you get that first TV role, which I know I will, and it's definitely going to come soon. Then you'll get the money back. So, and that's what you've done. So fair play to your girlfriend.
Yeah. How much did you earn, Josh?
I think it was around similar to Joe, something like 475 quid or something like that. Something like that.
Nice.
It was mad when my agent sent me. I was in work, and he rang me up around dinner time, and he went, I've got a South set for you. Can you do it this afternoon? I said, yeah, I can do it when I finish work. So it's for Emmerdale. I said, right, I'll leave work now then. I'll just go and do it now.
I'm gone.
So I got home from work, finished work, I got home from work, did it the same day, sent it off the same night. I hadn't heard back from him for about 2 weeks, and I was just like, damn.
Did I get it? Did I
not? No, that's quite long. I actually thought it'd be quicker than that, you know.
I think it was like a week and a bit, maybe 2 weeks. But so I emailed Reese, my agent, and said, "Have you heard any feedback?" And he went, "Oh, I've not heard anything back yet, but they usually tell me yes or no, so they usually give me answers." So straight away, my head went, "Still a bit of hope." Yeah. And and then I think it was a few days after that, I was just on my way home, and my agent rang me up, and I saw his name pop up on my phone. I was like,
your heart drops.
I was like, now either he rings me for two things. He rings me for a self-tape, or he rings me if I've got a job or not. So I'm just like, okay, here we go. This could change everything. So I pick it up, and he goes, are you free for a chat? And I was like, yeah, go on then. I said, what's up? He went, I've just got your first job offer of the year. How are you joking? He went, no. I went, what was it? He went, Emmerdale. I went, yes. I was literally, screaming, laughing, shouting all the way home. So much I thought I was a madman in the car. But yeah, that was all from the first TV role, Fast Track as well. I did that. I got headshots done. I got a showreel film. Never had a showreel before. Got showreel, sent it out to the casting, sent it out to directors. And the showreel scene that I shot was, because I'm a delivery driver, I shot a delivery driver scene. I sent that scene off to casting and directors. The scene that I ended up getting, the role I ended up playing, was a delivery driver. I used everything in that first TV role, Fast Track, and everything that I did, the outcome was the outcome that I wanted, and it worked just like that. And again, I messaged the director, Mickey Jones. He messaged me saying it was my own hard work that got me cast. And if it wasn't for that TV role, Fast Track, I wouldn't know how to email anyone. I wouldn't know where to go. I wouldn't know what sort of headshots I wanted, what sort of showreel I wanted, how to put my type together and make sure my headshot, my showreel, and my profile match up.
It all matches, your brand.
And now I got that first job. I did it on set. The set was absolutely amazing. I didn't know what to expect, but I got on there. Everyone was so nice. I was like, this is my first job on TV. And they were like, oh, right, wow, really? This is good. And I got so much good feedback, take after take. And it was just one of the best things I've done. And I'm like, when's the next one? And so I'm still on a high from it, and I can't wait for everyone to watch.
And you should be.
It's gonna be good, yeah.
And I hope you're going to do the thing that somebody told me to do after my first role, is you message them now that you filmed it, and you go, I've just been in Coronation Street or Emmerdale. They don't know what your part is. You don't need to tell them what your part is.
Yeah.
You could be the next regular for all you know. Just filmed Emmerdale. Coming up to your TX date. Do you know when your TX date is?
It is Wednesday the 9th of March.
Guys, if you're watching this, tune in. So before Wednesday the 9th of March, or even on Wednesday the 9th of March, you email again going, I'm on tonight. It would mean the world if you could watch it. Afterwards, about a week, get your footage back, and then you clip just your scene. I was on Emmerdale. Hope you managed to see it. If you didn't, here's my scene, and just send them a link. And then you never know. You hit them 3 times.
Yeah.
And
I haven't done that yet. I haven't done the here's my scene because I haven't got the scenes yet, so I don't know how to get them.
We'll get you the scenes, Jill. We'll get you the scenes.
I've emailed them, but they've not come back to me, so I don't know how to do that. But yeah, I need to get the scenes. So yeah,
but that's the next thing for you.
Yeah.
But Molly, you've not had your first TV role yet.
Not yet.
Yet.
So you will. Yet.
What are you doing at the moment? What have you done?
So so just jumping off from that actually, because after the TV Fast Track, I basically then did the same thing. I went and got new headshots done to showcase my sort of day pay role. And then I went and filmed a scene. Like, again, I'm a waitress, barmaid by day. That's my muggle job. So I went and filmed a scene playing a waitress. So that's now in my show reel. So I've done all the right things. I've been emailing. I'm literally putting it all into place. But yeah, it's now, I'm just at a point where I'm just having to learn the art of patience. It's not going very well.
Who are you emailing?
So I've emailed like all the casting directors for all the soaps and everyone at the BBC.
So what has Jill and Josh done that you've not done yet?
Well, from what I can tell, it's through Mickey Jones, the director. You've actually contacted him, which is something I have not done. So Josh... I've never really thought about emailing the directors as well. I just go for the casting directors. So that's now on my list to do. I would say first thing Monday morning, but Monday's never a good time to email. So midweek, I'll drop him an email and with my stuff because I definitely haven't sent it to him. So
don't forget, Molly, as well. There's different blocks, different directors, so watch the blocks, see who's directing that block, follow them on Twitter, which is what I've been doing. I have now got another director following me on Twitter completely randomly, nothing to do with Emmerdale, Corrie or anything, but because we have the same interest in something, and I've been giving him little jokes and he's now following me. I went, I've got another one following me.
Yeah.
I hate bloody Twitter, but
it's working.
Yeah. Sometimes it's about just building the relationships, isn't it?
But it is. I think the director is almost more important than the casting directors.
Well,
Exactly.
But they're the ones
know
that
about
give you the job, aren't they? At the end of the day, it's down to them. So the casting directors bring you in, but the director is the person that gives you the job.
The director hires the casting director. The casting director brings you in for the director to go, yes. Or for bigger dramas, you have to go through producers and have screen tests and stuff like that. But like everyone sees the casting director as the gatekeeper and someone to be feared. They really are not. They want you to do well because it makes them look good. But if you can get if you can jump that step and go straight to the director, I mean, that's how I got my job. I did a workshop with Mickey Jones with an acting class a long time ago. Didn't think anything of it. Met him again, and he came up to me and went, "You, Petch, you really impressed me. I've got you." And I kept that relationship going. And then I found out on set for my Coronation Street job, he came up to me afterwards and he was like, "I asked for you. I asked for all of the journalists that day. I asked for you all because the list that the casting director gave me, I was like, I know I've got better actors than that."
There you go.
It's not who you know, it's who knows you.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
Just before I finish, just on that note, I did sign with an agent, which is amazing, off the back of TV Role Fast Track. So that's brilliant. Awesome. So just literally just before Christmas, I signed with Beige Talent. So that's amazing. I've already had a couple of really cool auditions and stuff coming through.
For Emmerdale, wasn't it?
Corrie. Yeah. Nice. So it's all definitely working. So they now know I exist, which is always good. But it was a really hefty audition. It was quite a big thing for like a self-tape. So it's quite challenging in that respect. But I loved it and was really happy with what I did. So I was like, I think, do you know what, that's the best you can do with auditions. If you feel like you've done the best, the rest of it's out of your hands.
Exactly.
But and it's like I've got an agent now. I've got all the products I need. Everything's there. So it's just about keeping on hustling, really, until somebody pays attention.
Yeah,
they will.
No, I totally agree. And we say we have these muggle jobs where we work 9 to 5. It's not always 9 to 5. It can be whatever hours.
Yeah, I'm working tonight. I've got to go to work at 6. Like,
Molly's got to go to work tonight at 6.
I started at 6:30 this morning.
Yeah, exactly right.
See what I mean? So we're working all hours of the day. But when your working day ends, your acting career working day can begin. And it doesn't have to be 5 hours, 6 hours. It doesn't have to be as long as your working
just
day.
Something, isn't
I do, I try and do.
I'm sorry.
I try and do at least 2 hours when I get home.
2 hours.
Sometimes I get into it and it's more than that, but as long as I've done something, I feel so much better, like I'm actually progressing. So
well, this is it. We had David Carpenter, who started out exactly as all of us have started out, as members of Act on This.
I remember him joining. The day he joined. He was like, I'm new at this. I don't know what I'm doing.
Not a Scooby. Didn't know what a casting director was. Didn't know anything. Didn't have a showreel. Didn't have any headshots. He joined, and now he's just been a lead in the Bay. And he says that he goes home every night, and he was studying for his A-levels, bless him, and still doing an hour a night. And that's all you need to do. Yeah, sacrifice a bit of Netflix, sacrifice a bit of going down to the pub with your mates. But if this is truly what you want, you will do
it's
that.
Not really a sacrifice. That's the thing,
and it will reap rewards in the future, way down. So, guys, we are going to start wrapping this up. But what advice would you give to any actors out there at the moment, whether they're members of Act on This or not? Let's start. We'll do the same order. Jill, Molly, Josh.
Advice. I just think don't compare yourself to anybody else, because there's no point. You're different. You've got your own unique thing about you, no matter what it is. Mine's I'm an old woman. It's just that you can't compare yourself. The social media thing, like Petch said, it's just a showcase of people doing things, but they don't see all the paddling under the water. So don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just be you and keep on your own path, and just believe in yourself. That's all it is. Just believe. Yeah.
Believe.
Love that. Advice. I guess the only thing I can really say, which is like advice I need to kind of take at the moment, is try and learn a bit of patience. And just trust that everything that you are doing is working, even if you can't see the results right now. Like, you're planting seeds for the future. So all these emails that you are sending, and when you feel like you're getting nowhere, you are, without realizing. So just keep going, keep hustling, and keep smiling.
Love it. And Josh?
Yeah, just make sure you keep enjoying yourself. Enjoy everything that you do, because there's been points, especially over the past year, where I've been doing some stuff, and at the end of the day, I'm just like, this is awful. I can't do this. This is so annoying. Because now I've got that first TV role. I know that everything that I did was working, and it has worked. And there was no need for me to stress about it not working. I just needed a bit more patience, just like Molly said. Have a bit more patience and just know that whatever you are doing now, it is working. There's people in the background that you don't know of who are talking about you and mentioning your name. And you just got to wait for that to pop up. So
exactly. It's like going to the gym and doing 10 sit-ups and then looking at your abs going, I've got a six-pack yet. What's going on?
Why isn't it here already?
What's happening? I give up. I'm just going to eat a burger. So guys, one question that I've just thought of now, which I'm going to ask all my guests, is if you could recommend just one of the Act on This features, like an interview that you've seen, which one has meant the most to you? Which one would you recommend?
Oh, it's so hard because there's so many.
Babu Cisse.
Babu
was brilliant. Brilliant.
I'll agree with that one.
I love that. But I think one of the first ones I watched and absolutely just went, that blew my mind, was Daniel Edwards. Daniel Edwards is just so well worth watching as a casting director. Yeah. So Babu and Daniel.
And Daniel.
For me, I don't know. I don't think I could pick one, Petch. I don't know. I don't think I can do it.
Go on.
I don't know. I think for me, it's more little quotes that have stuck out in my head, things that different ones have said. Like the one always sticks out. I think it was Aisha, what's her name? Baywaters, yeah. Where she said, just be your wicked self. Like that always sticks in my head. And then, there's just a few quotes. And I loved what Chris, it's quite recent in my brain, but what Chris was saying the other day about the rusty table and like how like you're all different and you're all unique. And that's what makes us all amazing. Own your differences, own that we're not like everyone else. But yeah, I don't think I could pick one, but I think just target it to what you're specifically looking for. If you want to get cast in a soap, listen to Peter Hunt and things like that, because you will find the advice you need to get the jobs on those shows. So yeah.
Josh.
For me, I think it would be when we had oh god, what's her name? I can see her face. Is it Jill Halfpenny? Jill Halfpenny. Because I literally tweeted her after asking if she could be like my like spiritual guide or something, or like can she be my life coach or something like that? Because everything she said, I was just sat there watching this, making notes, going, I need to do more of this. Like, she's literally telling me everything that I keep doubting myself about, and I was just like, she needs to be my life coach. So similar to Molly, if you want something, go into that section and watch how many there are, because that's all I did, and that's all I did.
No, fantastic. So guys, this has been the first pilot episode of Petch and Pals, and I've loved every second just chatting with you guys. If you want to follow my lovely guests over on Twitter, Jill, we've got Jill at Jill McVeigh. We've got Molly at Molly Hindle, and we've got Josh at Josh Chadwick Act. Please follow me at Petch_Act on This. That's my work one. Or you can follow me at Lee Petcher. Please do follow Act on This at Act on This TV on Twitter and Instagram. If you are listening to this on the audio experience, thank you so much for getting this far in. Please drop us a rating and give us a comment and share it with people who you think might this episode might benefit. If you're watching this over on YouTube, do the usual, like, subscribe, click the notification bell. And if there's anything that you've liked, anything that you think we could improve on, please be nice, but put it in the comments below. And I look forward to going back on and seeing all that. Guys, have you got any last words before we say goodbye?
Just thanks for having me. It's been lovely to chat to you all.
Yeah, this is
standard.
Bye for now.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
Do we get to do it?
That's Ross's catchphrase. That's Ross's catchphrase.
What's Petch's catchphrase? He's got a catchphrase.
I don't have a catchphrase. I'm gonna play about with some if I get called back. So this one is gonna be a bit of call and response. I loved doing pantomime when I was a kid. I always played buttons. So this one, I'm gonna say "Ta for coming," and you're gonna say "You've been a right laugh." You got that?
Nice. I like
it. Until next time, guys. Ta for coming.
You've been
a right laugh.
Yes.